Welcome, everyone. Good morning. I'm Julie Emden. I'll be subbing for Lizzie today. And we need 2 blankets, 2 blocks, a strap, and a chair. We'll use a chair. And just going to share a couple announcements. Tomorrow evening, Tuesday evening at 8, we'll be having a conversation. Rabbi Josh will have a conversation with Rabbi Shira Stutman about Jewish way to a good life. And that's happening at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. There's more info in the chat. And then also we're having a young adult retreat, young adults in their 20s and 30s here in California, Mill Valley. And there's more info in the chat. That's August 5th to August 10th. So Rachel just popped it in the chat. More info about that. And again, if you're just arriving, we need 2 blankets and 2 blocks and a strap and a chair today. Welcome. Good to see you all. So I would love to offer the idea today of embodying Tiferet. And I know that Lizzie's been working a little with the Sphirot, and we've had courses on the Sphirot. And so working with embodying the Sphirot, I'm going to ask Rachel to pop a visual. This is the page, and we'll share it again at the end, but there's a page on my website with a body map of the Sphirot. And how many of you are familiar with the mapping on the body of the Sphirot? Yeah, some. Great. So here it is. All right, so there's the chart that's sourced from Wikipedia. And then here on the left, you can see the mapping of the body. And this is something that I've been teaching for over 20 years. It actually, when I first came to IJS as a Jewish educator, in the educator cohort. So this mapping, if you see here at the very top, this is where we are. We're entering today Tiferet, and this week Tiferet, as we enter tonight the month of ER. And ER is all about healing and balance. And what's so beautiful is Tiferet, it's at the center point on the map at the heart space, but it's really in the text, the entire torso. And Tiferet means beauty. And also it's a lot about balance, balancing right and left sides of the Sphirot on the body. And if you look at the map, the actual map is like a mirror. So Chesed and Gevurah, Chesed's on your right and Netzach on right. And that energy of expanded forward energy of Chesed and Netzach, balance, retreating, restricting energy of Gevurah and Hod on the left. And we're going to be teaching for the next couple of weeks with Netzach and Hod as we move through the Sphirot. So it's really great. And today we're going to focus on Tiferet. And I just wanted you to see the visual of where we are. And Tiferet is in the center, right? So Keter, Tiferet, Yesod, Malchut. We've got this center alignment. Thanks, Rachel. We can release the screen now. And the most inspiring teaching that I want to offer is that physical alignment is the same as spiritual alignment. And this is from Rav Kook. And there are other teachings I'll drop in as we go, but really want to offer the idea today in our practice of Tiferet as the whole torso, front, back, and sides, and maybe paying a little more attention to the side body today that gets a little ignored, and the back body too. So we're going to go right to the mat. And as always, if anything I offer is not right for your body, please care for yourself. We're going to be working with shoulders a little today, maybe being on our knees a little, that you can stand and modify as we go, and a little extra time lying on the floor too. So let's go to the mat. And if you have a chair nearby, please do get a chair to have. But the first thing we'll do lying on the mat is we'll take a folded blanket in half, about a third of the way down the mat. So here, this size blanket, and we'll fold it. And you can have blocks and strap and your second blanket nearby. So we're going to lie over this blanket. And if you practice regularly and you would like to roll the blanket for a little more lift, we're going to place it under the shoulders and we're going to place it at the lower edge of the scapula of the shoulder blades. So the tops of my shoulders and head go over the edge. So here we are. And please take your time if engaging the abdominals is helpful and holding behind the back of the head and neck to lie back down and just take the height that's right for you so that you feel a little lift at the back body. Knees are bent, feet are hips distance apart, arms are open in a T, palms facing up. Just taking a few breaths to arrive today, to this moment, to the mat, to yourself. Maybe taking hands behind neck and lengthening the back of the neck a little more. And receiving front body to back body to blanket, just a little contact, a little support. And just noting the shape of the back, the gentle slight tilt. You can rock the hips a teeny bit to feel a little bit of an arch in the low back. Sits bones are evenly weighted. Even do a little teeny rock of the pelvis all the way up to spine, feeling that center line. All the way from Yesod through Tiferet to Keter, top of crown. And then from here, let's just keeping body as it is. If it's comfortable for you, take the arms up overhead, palms facing each other, and slowly bring them down back over your head behind you to the floor, to the range that's right for you. And let that reach come from the mid back or maybe even the low back, and then extend legs long. Going slow and gentle, our first opening in the morning here, maybe. And then stretching each side a little bit extra, flexing and pointing the feet, opening, awakening the channels, the inner rooms of the body, doorways into yourself. And let's bend the knees again. Roll to your left side, keeping blanket as it is. We're going to lie on our side for a side stretch, continuing to open the rib basket. So take the blanket once more. You're going to bend both knees. Hips are off the blanket. Lie over the blanket and extend the bottom arm. Bend the bottom knee. And the top arm and top leg come straight. You can hold the top wrist with the bottom hand if you like, and lengthen and open the top body. Oh, and just feel the stretch and the openings, both inner arms and inner legs, matching the length of the outer legs and outer arm. And placing your attention at the rib basket and the belly, the whole torso, and just noticing the breath and the effect of the breath expanding and settling 360 degrees all around. And then from here, we'll release that top arm, take the hand in front of you with elbow bent, and let's just take a moment and lift and lower the top leg. Just a little awakening of the outer hips. You can play with foot pointed or flexed, just waking up that leg a little. And then using hands to come up, resting on the elbow of the bottom arm. Bend the top knee and take your hand to the shin or the foot and just rocking back and forth. The knee is level, waking up a little bit the quadriceps. And just feeling into opening the upper leg. And we will release, take hands to blanket, and turn to the other side. Hips are off the blanket. The blanket's going to come to the rib basket. We'll start with knees bent, both knees bent, and lying over the blanket. Let the shoulder come off so you really feel the support at the rib basket. And then extend the top leg and top arm up overhead. Take hold of the wrist, giving yourself a little side traction. We've been working with Chesed and Gevurah these weeks of right and left side and bringing them into harmony, waking up both sides evenly. You can point and flex the foot, continuing to feel the support beneath you. Noting the effect of the breath, really bringing your awareness down to the belly, connecting heart and belly today. And then we'll release the top arm, place hand in front with bent elbow for a little support, and then just lift and lower the top leg just a tiny little bit. Just feeling the length of the inner leg, lesser trochanter through inner knee, through inner ankle, pointing toes, noticing the extra length at the front of the leg when you do that, flexing, extra length at the back. Just balance and harmony through the whole body today. Really circumference of limbs, circumference of torso. And then release, bend the knees, both knees again, lift up on your hands. Take the bottom elbow, palm faces forward. So you're lifted up a little bit. And then taking that top leg with knee bent, just holding at the shin or the thigh or the foot, whatever is right for your body, and just a little forward and back, lengthening, opening. What's right for you, noticing always. And then we'll release that. We'll come and take that blanket, keeping that blanket where it is. And please take 2 blocks stacked up long ways and take them to the left corner of your mat. You can open the blanket for your knees. We're going to come to do a few cat cows, and you can do this standing as well if it's not good to be on your knees. Hands are under shoulders, index fingers aligned with sides of mat. Let's just take a couple full body breaths. Inhaling, lifting head and tail. Exhaling, rounding the spine. And just take these in your own timing. Let your breath initiate the movement. Opening the spine. That center line again. Feeling your weight even, right and left side. and feeling your weight even hands and knees. And you can play with coming forward and back to find that balance point. Maybe take ear to hip for a side bend, gently opening the side body. Head and neck are straight ahead, extended from the spine. And then let's walk feet and hands a little bit closer in to one another. And go ahead, lift the right arm and extend the left leg. And you're drawing the front ribs up to the body, waking up the core, extending and lengthening, feeling balance. And bending that back knee, the lifted leg, and then straightening it again. Just opening the joints. And from here, take that hand down, walk the left hand out once more. On your knees, lift the right arm by the ear and cross it over as far as is possible, turning palm up from the shoulder. Rest the elbow, place the blocks near the elbow. Rest the elbow with that arm crossed onto the blocks and send the hips back. Supporting hand on your left. Finding a full long opening from side waist, from hip crease through armpit to elbow to fingers. Head stays lifted and lengthened, just one long channel. Let the belly relax and rest. Toes can be turned under or flat, but turned under is best, probably. I'll take one more shoulder stretch. Come on up from there. Bring your right arm and slide it through the space between your knees and hand. Let that left elbow bend so you're letting the top of the arm slide on the floor and the shoulder slowly and gently comes down. Head comes to resting on the mat if that's right for you. So really wrapping around from the center of the back of the heart all the way through. Hips are lifted. Little twist. And then come on out. Take a minute, if you would, grab one of the blocks to sit back on your feet just for a moment. Sit on the block. You can take both block heights and just feel for a moment sitting in hero's pose. Knees bent and feet are behind the blocks. And just inhale, raise both arms and notice right and left side. Notice the difference, the openings on the right and left. And exhale and release in a little baby twist to the right. And then inhale, arms all the way up. And exhale, a little baby twist to the left. Just really noting range of motion, ease on one side versus the other. And then come on up again with both arms and lengthening from the sits bones. Find the length of both sides side waists even and long. And then let's release arms down. Take these blocks forward again to the right side of the mat. Maybe not all the way to the corner because you're going to rest the elbow on them. So let's take a couple more cat-cows, just waking up slowly today. The breath initiates the movements. Hands are under shoulders. Knees are under hips. Feet as wide as knees. Really accentuate the rounding and the arching. And once more, let's take ear to hip, just opening side body on both sides. Really taking our time, revisiting these openings. And let's lift the left arm and the right leg, opposite limbs for balance, finding and feeling the harmony, the even weight in the right hand and the left leg, supporting you, lifting up from the hand, finding that long open channel through the heart center, Tiferet, bending that back knee and straightening it just a couple times. And then let's take hand to floor, knee to floor. Walk your right hand out to the side of the mat, and let's lift the left arm again and circle it around, sweeping like the winds of creation, resting the elbow on the blocks as you take your right hand back to support you. Hips are lifted, and we're just opening the side body. Head and neck are extended long. That center line. So opening from side waist on the left, all the way through ribs, inner armpit, elbows to fingertips. Belly is soft and resting and expanding on the inhale, settling on the exhale. And from here, we'll lift on up and slide the blocks away. Take your right hand back to the cat-cow position, maybe walking out a little with elbow supporting you as you need, elbow bending, and then sweeping the left hand under, back of hand, back of arm slides under that top arm until the whole shoulder comes down toward the floor. It's okay if it doesn't all the way come down. Just feeling that opening, take care of your head and neck. You can do this sitting, just wrapping that front arm around all the way from the heart. Considering Tiferet as a balance in the whole torso today. Back body as well. And then lift on up. And from here, we'll go ahead and move back into a gentle squat. Fold your blanket and slip it under the heels. If this is not good for your knees, please come on up to standing all the way. And we'll work in the same way with even right and left side and standing posture. But if it's okay for your body, with the blanket lifted under the heels, we'll come to a squat. You can take your blocks to support you on either side and just feeling into the pelvic bowl and the connection point. The pelvic bowl is connection point of upper body to lower body. And then slowly, with blocks supporting us, lifting on up, either with, and walk off the blanket and hands in a soft forward fold tabletop. So hands on fingertips on blocks up high for a right angle tabletop, or you can take the chair. Yeah. And let's walk the feet back to down dog all the way. Just for a first down dog, let's go ahead, lift arches and lift toes a moment. Soften behind knees and let the spine extend long, feeling the very, very longest side body, waist, sending back from head. Space between the pelvic rim at the back body and the lower ribs, ever opening. And then come on up and walk towards your chair. And we'll take a block on the chair. We're just going to take a couple standing poses facing the chair with the block. So standing a few feet away from the chair first in mountain pose, take a moment and find your balance, sending weight forward and back, side and side. And just noticing base of big toes, base of pinky toes, circumference of heel, noting the 3 points of balance in the feet as heel, base of big toe, base of pinky. And let's inhale, raise the arms. Notice how raising the arms up by the ears supports balance or hinders it. Just take a minute and feel into your own body. What's helpful, what's working for you to find that center. And release. We'll take the right foot forward, left leg back. Let's have feet hips distance apart. Back leg is slightly turned out. And for the first one, we'll inhale, raise the arms again. And then exhale, take hands to the chair or the blocks, whatever is best for your body, for just a very gentle prayer pose, a forward fold. And then soften behind that front knee. Bend the knee to 90 and lift arms up for warrior one. Let the feet be as wide as the hips. And from here, we'll take a minute and take arms forward at the shoulder height. We're still legs in warrior one. And we'll circle the top arm around. Take care of your own body. Notice what's right for you. The arm stays straight and we're circling the arm on the bent knee side. Opening and feeling the length of the torso. And then bring both arms to center and open the second arm. So when you open it out to the side, we're circling the arms straight. Legs are in warrior two. And just feeling, the expanse, the movement in the shoulder joint. And then take hands to the chair again and walk both feet back. Down dog, hands on chair. Now we'll walk the legs forward. And this time we'll use the block on the chair for a little extra support. Take the right leg up on the chair. So we just had the right leg forward. Now we're having it up higher on the chair. And from here, we'll simply take your left hand to the block at a height that keeps your waist long and take a little gentle twist, turning toward the bent knee. Maybe opening up the right arm to the sky and let that center line through the heart at the back body and the front body support the twist. Coming from the inner arch of the standing leg all the way up through the center of your being and feeling your balance, harmony, beauty in the pose. And release. Take your leg down. Another balanced, even downward facing dog with the chair. If you prefer, you can take hands to floor. And let's soften and bend the knees again. Long open side waist. More space in the belly, in the back. Finding all the shapes that give our torso more space to breathe. And let's take left leg forward now. Bend. Oh, first leg straight. First leg is straight. And find your feet hips distance apart, back leg turned out. Raise the arms up overhead. And then send the torso and pelvis over as one for a baby prayer pose. So this is just hands on chair. You can take hands to blocks if you prefer a deeper prayer pose. Long open lifted belly and torso. So the length of the front body is the key to the forward folds. And then let's bend that front leg to 90. Inhale, raise arms, warrior one. Front knee is over front ankle, arms are up by ears if that's right for you. Adjusting as you need, resting when you need. And then from here, we'll take both arms forward and circle, beginning circling with the arm on the bent knee side. So we're circling it down and up around, just taking care. It's really important. Pay attention to your range of motion. Each side is different. And then both arms forward. We're still legs and warrior one. Circle around the second arm. So you come through with both arms open to the side, just circling that arm all the way, both arms extended. And then come back, bring front back leg forward. Let's take block to the right side of the chair. Bring your left leg up. The standing leg is really turned out slightly, maybe forward all the way. Feel into what's best for your body to find space at the sacrum, at the top of the pelvic bowl. And we'll take both arms up and then turn and twist. Take hand to block in front of that foot and turn toward the knee. So it's just a very gentle standing twist. Feel the balance, feel the 3 points of the feet. Open that top arm, turning even more, heart to heaven, head and neck in the best way for you. Could be straight ahead, could be turning upper body, turning from strength of lower body, steadiness of lower body. And then come on down. Release the chair. And we'll come to the floor for a couple of sitting twists. Please fold your blanket a couple of times so you have a little extra thickness. And take one block. Bring one block to the floor with you. Sitting on the edge of the blanket, we'll extend the right leg and bend the left knee to the floor. If it doesn't come to the floor, take your second blanket and put the knee on it so it's lifted a little, so it's resting on something. Please let's take both blocks by the foot, both blocks forward, and they can be at any height that's right for you. We'll inhale Raise arms overhead. Exhale, hands to blocks, and they can slide with the spine long. So keeping that space in the torso. The belly is lifting up and over the pelvis. Hands gently sliding and not gripping in the extended leg, that long open channel, but feeling into the back of the leg, resting on the floor as we lift, equal and opposite. Harmonic beauty in the posture, just sending energy down and sending energy up. Keeping the spine lifted and lengthened. And then we'll slide the blocks back. Take your bent knee and place foot on floor. Keep the knee bent. Hands to blanket and lift hips. Send that straight leg a little off so that you are facing toward the bent knee at an angle. Wrap the front arm around for a sitting twist and turning toward the bent knee, wrapping that front arm around, but lengthening the spine always. And today, really resting layers upon layers inside of yourself into the back body. So the chesed within is resting into the container of the body, of the back body, the skin, gvura. And we'll release the twist, extend second leg forward. Your left leg forward, put blocks on either side of the foot, and bend your right knee with the foot resting, the sole of the foot is facing the leg. And first we'll take arms up overhead, let the right knee be supported. If it's not on the floor, inhale, raise arms, and then exhale, take the forward fold. It's very minor. Just imagining inside your body, the spaciousness, front body to back body, side body to side body, 360 degrees all around. Feeling the torso even, open. And that openness extends all the way up through the neck to crown and all the way down through pelvis to the front leg. So the whole body is opening in the same way. There's a tone of harmony, beauty of balance. Letting the arms slide forward a little bit more if that's right. And resting and being with the posture. And then we'll slide the blocks back, come on up, bend that bent knee, put the foot on the floor for a sitting twist. We don't need the props, just letting that sits bone on the left come off the blanket so that you walk the right foot out a little, turning to your right, wrapping front arm around, left arm rests, back arm rests behind. Returning to the right. I'm really feeling the belly and heart connected here as one, the whole torso as one. And releasing, coming back. Let's go ahead and open the blankets and come to final resting pose. If you'd like, you can take a folded blanket since we have two. You can roll a little roll under your knees today and another blanket under your head. So you have a little extra support under the knees. So taking your final resting pose in whatever way is best for you, we'll come on down. If you need another extra little stretch, please take it. And here, just taking maybe an audible sigh, a releasing of all that effort. Palms face up, shoulders move down away from the head. So there's extra space for neck and resting. Front body rests to back body, rests to mat, to floor, to earth. And we'll rest here a few moments and I'll call us back. And receiving a deep, long breath, Nishmat Chaim, the breath of life, letting it infuse your whole being. Take another breath, and as you're ready, roll to your side. And come on up to sitting, and we'll sit together for half a minute to close. And I invite you to really sit on a lifted blanket or blocks, and feeling the whole torso long and open, even. Sits bones weighted evenly, feeling the pelvic bowl holding you, steadying you. And we'll take one more, just stretch to one side and the other, and just so much appreciation for all of the moving parts inside of us. And then resting hands on our lap, widening collarbones, releasing arms soft. And we'll close with the phrase from Bereshit, the divinity in all of us, greeting the divinity in each of us. B'Tselem Elohim, in the image of the divine. And we've popped into the chat a couple of things. Hi, everybody. We're closing now, and we'll stay for Q&A if you have questions or comments or insights. I am also teaching Moving with the Sphirot on Fridays, drop-in. It's an hour long, and it's movement with music. So I popped that into the chat. It's also, we had one class in the series so far, so you can receive the recordings. Really beautiful way to continue with embodying the Sphirot. And please go ahead and look at that resource page on my website for more about the body. For each Sphira, I offer ideas for bringing it into the body. And we'll take time for any Q&A. Oh, and once more, a reminder, August 5th through 10th is the Young Adults Retreat. And tomorrow night, 8 p.m. conversation with Rabbi Shira Stutman. All right, any insights about Tiferet? Are there any new discoveries or comments or questions that you'd like to ask? You can raise your hand this way, Meg, or you can use the raise your hand function. Hi, Meg. Let's see, we have to unmute you. You're welcome.
Thank you. In terms of like Tiferet, I'd never done that with the 1 foot up on the chair and stretching the other arm out as we twist to that side, you know? And I just kept thinking, victory, beautiful victory, you know, victorious. It was so beautiful. And I think that's in a way related to Tiferet, but it was really wonderful. I really loved everything you did. My shoulders are pretty good because I swim pretty, often, especially here in Florida. I swim every day, but I don't overdo it. I've never been a competitive swimmer, but you had us working in the shoulders in such a nice way. A lot of the moving, turning and stuff. It was really great. Wonderful class. What a nice surprise to see you. What time is your Friday?
Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern.
1 Eastern.
1 Eastern. It's an hour and a quarter. Yeah.
We're driving north on Friday, but the following Friday, for how long is it going on?
5 weeks. You can check it on my website. I just sent the link, I think. Here, I'll send it again. There's the link. Yeah.
Thank you. Great to see you. Nice surprise.
Yeah.
Nice surprise.
I am a swimmer also. So, and I will say my teacher, Barbara Voynar, with whom I have studied for decades, has been doing that in different postures lately. So
Who's your teacher? Who's your teacher?
Barbara Voynar. Barbara Voynar.
With a V?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know her. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So some people are writing, thank you so much. Balance. Yes. Keep going with the balance. Any other comments, questions about the practice? Yes, Dory. Let's see, we have to unmute you.
Yes, hi. I agree with the previous comments about it. This was a very opening and a very spacious kind of feeling was left. And I like the alternating twists as well. Yes, very much so. Very much into what's happening with my shoulders. Yeah.
Great.
But the sense of spaciousness was really lovely, and it's often hard to obtain. So I appreciated it very much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for being here. Yeah. This year I'm really interested in how the spherot interact with one another and how we can feel them in the whole body with all of them in mind as we go. So I'm sort of building on each one. Last week I taught Chesed and Gevurah together for this series I mentioned, and this idea of what is the relationship between the expansion and the contraction, and where's the transition? And then with Tiferet, bringing it into the whole torso, not just the heart area. Belly, like where's the belly in the spherot? So I often bring it in for Yesod, right? But often Yesod is hits anyway. So I'm really interested in the whole torso for Tiferet this week.
Yes,
Um,
yes. It felt very right. Thank you.
yeah, any other questions, comments, insights? Batsheva, hi. Oh, we have to unmute you.
Thank you so much. It was a beautiful surprise to see you. I never take Mondays, so it's really nice. And I took a class with you, and it was beautiful a few weeks ago or a month ago. I don't remember with the dancing, with the drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you. And I have a question. I don't know if it's you can answer it here, but I'm just curious about the transition towards like Yom HaZikaron, the transition between like the Yom HaZikaron, there's so much pain to the Yom HaAtzmaut and the joy, and I put it with uh the when it's Sfirot or any thoughts about that, how you put it in your
Warren,
Yeah.
could you help me for a
Okay.
few minutes just to get
hands.
this lunch going faster?
Hold on. Okay. Yeah. You know what's so interesting, Batsheva, when I was prepping, like I've been really teaching Mitzrayim, Mayim surrounding Tsar, which Miriam Klotz taught years ago. And I've been really interested in the connection between Mayim and Tsar in the word Mitzrayim, water surrounding difficulty, or from difficulty, me Tsar Liyam, to the expanse. So those are two ways that I've been playing with it this year with my yoga for Passover. And when I was prepping, I was thinking there was something going on for me also with this idea of contraction and expansion and the rib basket and this closing and opening. And so I started to inquire this year about what's the value of tsar. I'm just going to tell you what I've been thinking about with it in the body, which is, we need SAR to live. The heart contracts, the muscles contract. A contracting muscle allows me to move. And so, what is the value of SAR? And I'm not saying I don't believe things are for good. Where is Tsar in the universe and in the world? And where is Mayim in the universe and the world? And how can we rest the Tsar in the greater field of the Mayim and hold the Tsar in the idea, not in time linear, but in the idea that the universe was created with chesed, the world was created with chesed, and really calling on that chesed, that generous, benevolent energy in the universe. Um, it's not ignoring current world, um, the reality of what's happening in the world, but especially in these times, I'm really calling on chesed and goodness and looking for that. I don't know that I'm really answering much about the holidays, but that's how I'm working with it in my spiritual practice and in the body.
Oh, that's
With
beautiful.
grief, with grief too.
Yeah. And I wouldn't put it on that like together. That's amazing. It's just like so intense, no matter how many years I lived in Israel, 30 years, and then here, and like it's always like so intense. Like it's I know we're resilient and we have come to enjoy from pain, but it's like, whoa, can you wait a second? It's like from the siren to the dancing, from like it's like very hard to, and I never thought about it like what you just mentioned, like from the Meitzar
Mm,
to the ocean. That's beautiful, actually. I would think about it. It comes to me like the word of Mitra, the Disney movie and Passover, the about Egyptian. Yeah, it's like you can. I forgot the name of the
I
movie
don't know. I'm not good with movies.
when the Moses like puts the like
Oh,
oh
the Ten Commandments? The Prince of Egypt.
yes
Julie
yes
Cole just said.
yes.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you. So thank you very much. It was
Okay, yeah, we can talk. Yeah, there's more to say. Esther Sadie, and then I see a couple more. Let's see, we have to.
I can you hear me?
Hi, yes.
May I just say a very simple secular piece about the tsar, the contraction and the release? I just yesterday listened to a lecture by a woman named Stacy Haynes on somatic.
I know
She's
Stacy.
a
Rosie.
somatic practitioner. And from a trauma perspective point of view, what she talked about yesterday was when we are coming from a trauma perspective point of view, like something big happened that really
Mm-hmm.
caused pain.
Mm-hmm.
What she talked about was how it could be very scary to go to do a body scan or to begin to do body work
Mm.
because we've had to hold on and not do and what yeah.
Yeah.
So her practice to do body scans from a trauma perspective point of view is to contract so that you're giving that energy in your body
Mm.
acknowledgement and permission to know, yes, it's good that you held on.
Mm.
Yes, it's good. And now with Hesed, of course, she didn't say Hesed, we can feel safe enough to let go.
Whoa. Yes. So
And she did it
Strozzi
very slowly. We
Institute.
first started with our hands, very slowly, very slowly.
Yeah, that is so cool. And if any of you are interested in exploring this more, it's Strozzi, Strozzi Institute. I know Stacy and Strozzi, I've studied there, and it's amazing work. Thank you. Yes, really, really very pertinent. All right, Ellen. Ellen, and then I think I saw Judith. So Ellen first. I don't know if we can see you.
Yeah, I'm lying down, so
Oh, okay. You
when I do
stayed
the
there. Yeah,
shavasana, I like to kind of stay there for a while.
that's
So,
fine.
that was really enlightening about a world created with chesed. And I had a very spiritual weekend this weekend with all kinds of influences from all kinds of cultures and religions. And I will say that, in reflecting on the life of, Pope Francis, like there's
Mm,
who I see some chesed with, like some, the folks that when you look at them, there's just like that joy. They might have experienced pain, but there's just that joy and love. And, so I'm holding that and knowing that that exists and knowing that I've not had,
mm,
tons of it in my life. I've had moments and minutes and hours that and that I'm reflecting with what the last person just said about giving ourselves permission to let go of that pain. And then I'm also kind of thinking of human history, not all of it,
mm,
but a lot of it that just had a whole lot of expression of testosterone going on, whether it was mostly men, but also some women. And, the anger, the fight. And it's not like the kind of fight that we do when we need to stand up for justice, like that quiet. But, like so much of that, we can think of certain political figures and fascism and that craziness that kind of happens. And I personally am ready to be done with that as a humanity. And it's like, how do we transform that back to this chesed and all of the other, the good, the things that we want to be in? So that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. I think one more, Judith, and then we have to end.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Ellen. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Just following up on the victory pose and the various comments about compression and expansion. I was reminded in that pose of a tree that has fascinated me for many years near my house. It's tall, it's old, it's very sturdy, but the trunk is in a twist with the branches spreading out from it in a way that mimics the victory pose. It's very graceful. It looks very balletic in my eyes. And I took that as a role for this kind of a stretch. And there's some imagery that could be useful there that I can't quite grasp, but the idea of the expansiveness of the roots that are hidden, the beautiful expansiveness, especially at this time of year when everything's denuded, of the branches, in sequential, geometrically reaching out and tinier, and this totally elegant twist of a giant trunk. One can only imagine what kind of outer stresses produce that twist. At the same time, there's this fluid trunk connecting the lower and the upper. And as one who has difficulty in feeling that fluidity and connection that you were emphasizing, keeping erect and feeling the stretch throughout from it, that tree is such an inspiration.
Oh, we can go do the posture with it. You can
Yes,
go be with that tree and do the mirroring of that tree.
I can look for it.
Yeah, so I have some thoughts about that, but we're gonna go ahead and close. I definitely could talk more about the turning and Moses turning to see and turning to see other people's points of view. Just like there's so much in turning with openness, open heart and steadiness, both. And I'm going to pop one more time into the chat. Please come dance with us, move with us on Fridays if you want to keep going. And I'll be back the next 2 weeks for Netzach and Hod for the yoga. So have a great, balanced, Tiferet, gorgeous week. Yeah, I'll be here at IJS Studio on Mondays, the next 2. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a really, really sweet day. Thanks for coming. Thanks for practicing.